Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Xavier Gipson now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. First snap, and Stafford's going to throw. Throw finds DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Now Stafford again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Stafford now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They pick the handoff now, Stafford. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st down from the red zone. Quick slant complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They send a man in motion. Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. Decision to make here. It's 4th and inches on the enemy side. Going forward, it's Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Rams get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Malachi Corley reels it in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st down, ball at the 36. They go right back to Hall. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we watch the combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, New York! The Jets can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play, because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. He gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Jets in the dime for this 3rd down. Stafford from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Jets take their 1st time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Rams are set to punt. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Wilson's got it. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now here's Rodgers. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Has it downfield, working the left. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take the lead just before halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for him from the 46. Stafford back to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Second half starts with a run by Williams. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, here's Stafford. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's able to get this down to the 36.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground with Williams. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Will McDonald there on the tackle. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down, ball at the 36. Stafford. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Will cobble together a yard there. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
It's complete to Higbee. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And it's a nickel look from the Jets, 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers has a man. It's Tyler Conklin. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Rodgers will look to throw. Forced out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. That's brought in by Lazard. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach, a play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Hall once more. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Coming right is Hall. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Third and just 2 to go. He'll look to throw it. Drops back. Needs an open man.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Important moment as they turn to Greg Zuerlein. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Now to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Back to throw. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. From the red zone now. And he brings it in. Touchdown! And a big decision coming up for him now. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gibson now to return. Return's looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Wilson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next.
Tails. Receive. Defend L.
Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. Wangu now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
First throw of overtime now. This will be caught by Adams. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Hall. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. This is on target to Xavier Gibson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll go right side with Hall. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Wilson on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Cut out left. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got it! And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Jets break the tie and go up by 6. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3. Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Stafford now on first down. Jukes one defender, and they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. That one complete to Higbee. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 17. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. Looking to throw it. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. So the win goes to the Jets. And it took some extra effort, Brock.